Either or. I think that would be very appropriate. That'd be her
Speaking for her,
discretion.
she loves to do that kind of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
That's her forte. But unless you don't like her, then.
No, it's not that I
I'll
don't
tell
like
her.
her, but I know that she'll come on her deathbed if we tell her to.
Probably not.
I try to not let her do that. General obligation debt fund?
Oof.
Library gift fund?
What is the hold on, I guess I'm behind.
That sidewalk, keep going. You gotta flip one more.
Okay,
Keep going. There you are.
general obligation,
Oh,
okay.
keep going. One more. The library, they go next step.
Okay,
Okay. Okay, library gift fund, anything there? If not, we'll go on to the special internal equipment and construction fund.
Just a question on the library fund. Expenditures, that would be the second section there. The expenditures, 790000.
Okay.
It says appropriation to fund balance, new library.
All that is the new library has money set aside for the new library, and if you see the only revenue coming through is interest, so that appropriation to fund balance is moving that interest into that fund.
Okay.
we're basically just giving them their money.
So we have to show the record of the money, the profit they earned off.
Because that's their budget, not mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one is the special internal equipment and construction fund. Okay, next would be the sewer fund. Questions on that? Okay, water fund.
Is this the time to talk about what water rate raises might have to look like, or is that a future conversation?
No, that's in there. In fact, it's,
The sheet we got a handout.
The sheet I handed was updated.
Okay,
The red at the bottom shows what we're proposing. And these rates only cover the cost of the CSDA project. It's not putting any extra money away. It's just to cover our debt payments on that project.
This one coming up, if everything goes.
correct. If we get under our projections, it would be 8.59 or
Correct,
4.5. 8.59. If we had to go to the max that we noticed as our intent, it would be about 9.4?
Yep.
9.4. So, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be much closer to 8.59, if not even
Now-
right about there.
is this the kind of thing we should go up, like a penny more to try to get money in there for the future thing? I mean, I understand nobody likes their water rates raised, but
Along that line, what are we stating now with our current rates and the current situation?
No,
We're still just breaking even right now?
we're covering our costs.
Clearing our operating costs.
I agree
that's
with
why
you.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's not a popular thing to do, but the water needs to come out of the tap. I mean, it's our,
Well, we can certainly, we can certainly do that. We can adjust the schedules as we, at what we think is appropriate. So when we bring this for final approval, we'll have not only the debt service for the general obligation or for the revenue bonds, but we'll add something to increase our fund balance.
I would, this is me, the rest of council tell me, but I would rather do, a penny and a half now than a half a penny and a half a penny and a half a penny and keep chasing it.
And never catch it.
And
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have to go into something like 10 or 20 cents.
Okay, but I mean, I'm just picking up, but I mean, this is like, I think the third, in my time on council, I think this is the third water hike.
We raised 2 years ago,
Yeah.
And
the last time.
and
It
there was-
wasn't very much.
no, it wasn't. And I remember saying at the time, shouldn't we maybe go a hair more and not have to come back
Yep.
and do this again? And I was told, no, this is fine.
Well, two comments, we should be doing it. Staff was reluctant, given the increases that we were facing for the debt service. So I appreciate council's interest in increasing to add to the fund balance. But we will have to do it again. And that's the problem that a lot of communities get into. They raise it, and then it's there for 7 or 8 years, and then they go, oh my gosh, and then they got to raise it
Again.
real big numbers. So I think we need to just kind of gradually start building up our fund
Yeah,
balance.
and,
Okay.
you know, I guess I'm from Flint.
You know,
I have I appreciate what we have here. I mean-
When you a recommendation for water and sewer increases for the fund balance.
thanks. You know, just be mindful, we're gonna raise these water rates and we have to. You 7 people are the ones who are gonna get the phone call.
Yes.
And as all you tell them, you pay $1.75 for this bottle of water, but yet you won't pay 15 cents to have it delivered to your house.
And
Bottom line.
look at California, look at
Yeah.
Flint, look at Detroit.
We're in better shape than any of them, and we need to stay that
And we
way.
need to stay that way.
So,
Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Taylor's gonna bring us back on some pieces.
Yes, I was going to suggest maybe we could look at a 3-year step up to see where we would be, if that's not too much of a stretch.
Well, it's not that big of a stretch. I guess give me some ranges that you're comfortable with.
Well, I think the first thing we need is probably have some number of where do we need to be, let's say, in 3 years.
Okay, let's
We
do
can give you an
that.
idea.
See, that way we can set it and we can get the public, you know, informed out there that we have to do all these projects. And if they see you doing work, they're
Yeah.
a little more
Justifiable.
justifiable. But if you just say, we're gonna raise your water rate, then they're gonna complain. And I remember days when water was 25 cents a thousand, and they raised the rates and the residents screamed, and there were several of the council backed up and reduced the rate. And it's like, you can't. And that's, you never get ahead.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Do we have a public relations department?
No.
Could we do some,
Yes.
could we do some kind of promotion for?
Well, we're talking about that. I've been talking to Mrs. Conley to possibly start putting some good news things in the paper
We've
monthly.
talked about the idea, and we can run, I don't know if this is the time, but
Take the heat off you.
the idea of making me like a public relations representative.
Just speak to monthly.
And I would do look at how awesome our police department is. Look at how awesome our DPW department is.
So if we could do
And
this,
highlight, and I would put it in the
preparing
post once, just
for
use
the
my,
water
right,
rates.
and use my communications background
Take
to,
care of that.
I did this, well, I
Okay.
did this for the tool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay,
So-
so that's kind of where we're
And
going.
we can put it on another agenda to give me that actual
Yeah.
title if you want, but
Do you have a question?
I just had a comment, and I promise to keep it brief. My thought is even an incremental minor increase now will add up to money that we can put toward things later. So even if at some point down the road we have to raise it more, we won't have to hike it as much if we start small now.
Yeah.
So I would like to see us go in that direction.
And I
That is all.
appreciate that from the council,
And
because
that's,
a lot of councils don't have the courage
no.
to
I'm telling you.
raise rates, but then look at it as a multi-year program, because it is necessary.
You know, and we will get the call, so.
Say, we're young and new, except for Jerry. And,
Moving on.
and we're gonna get gun shy, I'm sure.
Well, and we have faith in our very competent DPW director who says we need it. So
and I
Well,
have faith in our community that when it's explained to them,
they'll get it.
they'll get it.
Okay.
Motor vehicle equipment fund.
Okay. Motor pool.
Okay, perpetual care, I think we talked about that a little earlier too.
And again, I think we need to look at raising some of these rates a little bit.
Well, we got big openings right now.
I mean, I know this is probably, again, not a popular thing, but
Come up for us.
Buy early.
buy early.
That's very true if you want to space at a reasonable rate. Right now, we have an adult on a Saturday opening, and that's what you're talking about, is a non-resident 700, an adult resident is 650. On normal day is resident is 475, and non-resident is 550.
Buy on a Monday. It's a lot of work.
That's exactly right.
It is.
So, you know, in terms of the
Projects, the debt service payments, the water sewer rates, and then,
we've covered all that, yep.
and then there was, did you have the comparison in here, Deb? The water sewer rate comparison?
Or, you mean the sheet?
Yeah, no, for the other communities?
Oh, yeah, that should be in there behind that sheet. It should be
Okay,
on
I
the,
missed it, yeah. Okay,
should be in there.
it is, yeah, the last page, or the last sheet on page 25, just for you, so if you want to know,
Okay.
we took a look at water and sewer rates, and took a look at where we stood, and we highlighted in orange was Cedar Springs, and then the yellow ones were neighboring communities, to show you a little bit. These again, these are the ones we were proposing at the 8.49.
Great.
No, the highlighted are our current rates.
Oh, correct. Okay.
Yeah. The orange highlight are our current rates, and I'll compare that to everybody else.
For us.
So even if we raise them, they're in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that gives you leverage if somebody says anything too, like we are the lowest around, so.
Kind of frame
We're in the middle of the
Now
road.
that, you know, if I could just back up a little bit to the rate increases, when is rural water coming in?
August.
In August. We may want to wait and maybe just look at this debt service rate increase. And when rural water comes in August, they'll do a rate study,
Okay.
and that might be a
Tell us.
more appropriate time to look at that.
Where, like, we have sense that we need to raise it, but then we would have actual data and numbers.
Exactly.
They will tell us.
In rural water, that is their business.
Yeah, no, that's appropriate.
I would say let's wait till then, because those people know this
I
stuff.
will, yeah. I will
Okay.
absolutely do that.
Any questions?
I think that's it. We'll go with that.
I hope I didn't cut anybody short, but it's been a long night, and we still have time.
I just, can I say again, Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to explore the possibility of increasing the costs, maybe cost isn't the right word, the fees for the cemetery.
I didn't even know that.
Okay, to kick back to maintaining the cemetery.
Well,
So
it's
to
to
maybe we
cover,
could start to get to a place where it's, if not a wash, at least less of an expense. And then, would it be appropriate at this time to talk about the idea of maybe setting up a meeting, or do we need to wait till after the big visioning thing about coming up with a long-term plan to fix our infrastructure?
I think that probably is going to, I think it would be an appropriate outgrowth of the visioning.
Okay,
definitely.
You know, and it could be, I look at it something like, we want the city to be this.
sure.
And to be that, we have to do this.
Okay. I want Tom to know that we hear him, and that we understand that you're saying this, not just because, gosh, you'd like to have pretty streets, but because this is our community and our roads are falling apart. And I understand it's everywhere, but we are responsible for Cedar Springs. And we don't currently have a plan to make that happen. And from having been on council previously, I know there's this feeling that if we just bit little pieces off of little things, if we made $100 go away from beautification awards, maybe we could figure out how to fix our streets. And you know what? We're never going to get there that way. So we need to find what that way is that's going to get us there.
Yep. And that's our responsibility.
It is, but we need to have That's like a separate conversation from this.
This is like deja vu for me.
I bet it is.
I can remember sitting there and asking for this stuff, and it was, no. Now it's, the door's open. You got your foot in.
No, it's, we're at least trying to work it out.
There's some really wonderful books. There's one called The Golden Age of Water that talks about how much of our country's water infrastructure was built with WPA and that it's basically been not touched.
Yep, there's been many seminars I've been to, and I'm sure Tom's been to them, and that's one of the highlights. How we've let our infrastructure deteriorate to a point it's non-repairable now. It's replaced. Our roads are in the same shape. We're in the shape everybody's in. Okay, having said all that, is there, I think we got council comments, or no? Are we all said enough for tonight?
I would take a motion to adjourn in order.
I would make a motion, I would second.
All those in favor?